Hello, everybody.
Hello. Yay.
Happy
It's Tuesday.
Happy
Tuesday.
August.
Oh.
I'm just trying to find our feed here on Facebook. Now I sound like everyone else that does this. I can't find anything. Where's my, for pity's sakes.
Just refreshing.
No, I'm just trying to find, because we're not on, I'm trying to find a class. Talk amongst yourself. Just for a minute.
Don't you love blank screens?
I know. Well, no, I got something there. I got stuff there.
Oh, okay.
I got stuff to look at.
And you got voices. What more could you want?
Well, yeah, this is.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to find. Do you know where my?
Do you want to get mine?
No, I'm just trying to find. No, I want to do this, but I'm trying to find where my class is. So,
Under events?
I know. I'm trying to find events.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to find. Events.
There.
Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay.
Phew.
Should be down here. Not there.
There. Wait.
Here.
Oh, there we are.
There we are. Woohoo!
I see it. Yay.
And we're gonna make it big. There.
Oh dear, I'm not used to seeing
All right.
so much.
I got it up on my computer, so now we can actually watch.
Instead of on my
How
phone.
bad and keep going to Julie. Am I in focus? Okay. Hi everybody. We are going to I got bling all over. Oh well. All right. So I focus this month on Country Birdhouse, and Keeping Tabs is a new stamp set, and so I wanted to try it because it has a punch, and I thought it was fun. So we actually get 4 cards from me this month.
Lucky you.
Because
lucky you too. I get one.
Yeah, you get one too. Oh, I lost the bling. Oh well, it's in the bag. I found bling. I got everything put together, and I found the bling at the end of packaging, and I went, oh, that's where that went. So we are going to make this card first. It's a little bit of a fun fold. And Julie and I call these are Nature Spotlight. And, right?
Oh yeah, it's Spotlight on Nature.
Spotlight in Nature, but we call this the paper plate die.
Yep.
So we're using the paper plate die and then one with an edge on it. So it's a really fun, it's actually very fun, but yes. So we have the paper. Oh, there's more bling. Oh, we have bling all over the place. So you got some little teeny pieces in here. Sorry. You got to dig way down in the envelope to get them. Yep. Yep. I got everything. Okay. Very good. So this is a little bit of a fun fold. So this is a crumb cake base, and I'm going to take my bone folder. I'm just going to score that line, and then we're going to bend this one back and do that. Get a nice crease in there, and then when it'll lay down when it's either being mailed or whether it's being
Once it's in the envelope, you mean?
yeah, once it's in the envelope. Okay. So we're going to do this and put a little bit of glue on here. And we are going to do this and give ourselves a little bit of border. Just like that. And now we're going to open this up. Julie, oh gosh, I almost did it on the wrong side. Julie and I just had a meeting today with Holly and Karen Titus and Julie Hines about card play in October. So Julie and I have been asked to do card play again. We found out today, this is so funny, we're on the administrative team We looked at each other and go, okay, whatever that means.
Yeah. Scary.
Yeah. So we said, oh, okay. We'd love to be on the administrative team.
We'd like to administrate.
Yeah. We administrate something. So I just got panicky, Julie, wondering where my pre-stamps were. But they're right here in the little bag. I have them all right here. So in your kit, you should have 2 birds, not 1 bird, but 2 birds. And on this one, I just used Pool Party and a little bit of Misty Moonlight. Yep, that color. Misty Moonlight. This is dark. And I apologize, I don't have these colored before, but I'm just going to do real quick here, show you how quick you can.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, I know.
She told me I had to pre-color mine.
No, I said, did you pre-color yours? And she said, no, well, I didn't say I
Okay,
didn't.
mine aren't even stamped.
Yeah. See, mine, and then I'm going to use a little bit of, wild wheat here for his beak. There. See, this goes really fast, actually. And might not even use Misty Moonlight on this one. We're just going to color her in. And I hope everybody's having a good week. Nice cooler. I mowed the lawn today. That was nice. Get that in. We finally raked up our spring, winter stuff out in our yard, so now we're ready for summer, which I think is hilarious.
Always good to be ready.
Yeah, we didn't get it done earlier, and I said, can we just do this? And Bruce went out and string trimmed the weeds, because we kind of have a lot of weeds, like I'm sure everybody does. Okay, so we're just gonna do.
I got a really good crop of dandelion stems.
Yeah. Okay, so I put just a little teeny bit of Misty Moonlight in there just to kind of color the wings a little bit I don't know why. I'm not a great colorist, but you stand back far enough, put it in the envelope, and away you go. Okay, so that's all the coloring there is. It's very, very simple.
This is a colorful.
Yeah. Okay, so you have a piece of, I would say greenery, but this is not green. We'll call it a weed for lack of a better term. And I'm just going to basically just touch a little bit of glue here and there, in here. And then because this is going to hang off the top and the bottom of I did pre-stamp your yep, that thing. What is that called? A log.
Oh, the
background.
log.
Yeah, I did that for you already because it was just easier. So fine, I'm getting the cruddy one. Julie's giving me a cruddy one. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Wait, so I'm going to take my sentiment and I'm just going to angle, if you want to, you don't have to do this. I'm notorious for trying to do this on either end. And then I realize I've cut them both exactly the same. So this is one of the sentiments that come in the...
Don't you want them to be cut the same?
No. No, I mean, I would do them on the exact same angle. See, there's a different, this one's going this way and this, I mean...
See, now, okay,
no, okay,
I would
that's
call
called
that
the
going
same.
opposite.
Right, so I don't want them the same, I want them opposite. This is what I want.
No, that's what I would call the same.
Oh, well, whatever.
It's parallel.
Doesn't matter, but if I look at the other ones, yes, they're up. Never mind. I'm left brain, Julie's right brain. She thinks totally different than I do, and I think totally different than she does. So
Sure, I think totally different than a lot of people.
yeah. Sometimes, I'll tell you,
A little scary.
it's a little scary. Okay, where did the
Hi, Leah. Hi, Janice.
where did the take your pick tool go? Is it there? Oh, can you hand it to me? It's right over there.
I got it. Right there.
I will tell you that this class was hilarious trying to prepare for. I told Bruce, I said, you know what, I'm just going to take everything out into the kitchen because I could spread out a little bit more and there was so much die cutting and everything. Well, let me tell you,
He was thrilled.
He was so excited. He's telling everybody, oh, she's moved out of the office. Now she's in the kitchen. No, I'm not going to have any room in the house anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then Julie and I did deliveries on Friday, and I came home and the house was all cleaned up and all my little bits were everywhere. They were all gone. And I went, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because all week I kept saying, I'll clean it up tomorrow. I'll clean it up tomorrow. And then I literally... I was cutting things out. And then when I got the kits all done, I was short. I'm just rolling this little glue dot a little bit here. Give it a little bit of dimension. And so I kept telling him, I go, yeah, I'll get it cleaned up. I'll get it cleaned up. Well, bless his heart. He likes the kitchen counter. So now Julie and I are back at the kitchen counter.
Likes to sit at the kitchen counter and
No, we don't ever sit at it.
Oh.
No, that's not a problem. But he just likes it cleaned up, and so do I. But I can be gone, like if I go to a weekend away or something, I'll come home, and within 10 minutes, it looks like a bomb went off in here. So he's so thrilled. Look at Julie, I put a garbage can here for us.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, it's shocking.
I don't
Usually,
understand.
I know, right? I still have little pieces of stuff on the floor. Okay, so that's basically all I did to my circle to decorate. And then I'm going to take my little dimensional, put it on either side of the sentiment there. We're going to go like this and like this. I promise I won't start talking weird. Well, I could.
You might.
I might. And I'm going to lay it right there. Now, again, these are just suggestions. There's nothing earth-shattering about this.
No rules.
Nope. And then I'm going to put the little birdie sitting on the sentiment. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to see where that goes, and it's about half, which is about here. Guess where Bruce just went, Julie?
Where?
Down to the mailbox.
Oh, do you have treasures?
I think I have treasures. We might show the treasures and get the treasure. Okay, so obviously it just means more cardboard,
Yeah. Ooh.
basically.
I
And then we're going to take this one. So this is basically to write a very teeny little note to a friend. Hey, I see the box.
Does it perchance say Stampin' Up on it?
Maybe. All right, so there it is. So your little paper plate goes inside and just covered up by that. But I thought this was a really fun fold. Get it? Fun fold.
We use such creative names.
Yeah. So that's our first happy birthday. All right. Let me put my little pieces in here. Thanks, honey. Oh, we appreciate you. All right. Well, I don't even know which one this is. Let's see which one this is. Oh, this is my fun one. Okay. I saw this. This is
So
not.
you have a fun fold
And a fun one.
and a fun one.
Okay, now in this one, there's a little cork embellishment here. It goes on very last. Okay, so this, I'm sorry, but I saw this and I had to do this card. This is not all my creation. The colors are and everything, but not the, but look at this little tiny card. It's so cute. And it goes just like that. So we had to make this. I just was so excited.
You don't have a choice.
Yep. So what I did for this is I built it on, and you decide which way you want your wood grain. I'm going to do my wood grain up. And we're going to put my little, and you want to put the bird on last because he has to sit on top of the little quirk. Well, he didn't have to, but that's what I did. So you have to do exactly what I do. No.
Some people say that I do not what I say, or do
Yeah.
as I say, not as
I
I do.
do. So we're going to go like this. This might be a little hard to, and this is the Country Woods, I believe, paper, DSP. And it's going to go there. So this is such a fun,
Fun little stamps.
yeah, it is a very fun little stamp set. And I suppose you could flip these over if you don't want the dark, but I kind of like the contrasting dark. And see, mine even got cut a little bit here, but we're going to cover it up, so we don't care. That's like that. I'm going to wait to put that little cork thing on there. Okay, Misty's not going to be happy with me because I did not tie your bow, but I gave you plenty, so you shouldn't have a problem with the bow. And there's no magic way I do bows. I don't know. I can just do it. This one's a little
Just had
lots of practice because I do them for everybody that doesn't like to do them. But I don't mind doing them. Oh, sorry. Julie's over here coloring away.
Yeah, well, all my stuff was here. That was
Yes.
part of it.
Not only did we use the kitchen this week as a place to put things. Okay, so now I got that with the glue down on it, so I'm gonna have to stick it on my silicone craft sheet here. Okay, so here's your little card. Look at, it's so fun.
It's so
And how I did this is I took the die cut, obviously, and just folded it on the fold. You can really do this with any shape if you want to. I mean, it helps if it has a straight side. But you could do it with a circle or anything like that and just have the card open up where it's all connected. Oops. Glue falling over. Little shreds of... All right. I'm gonna stick that on the front. Now, sorry, we have one more little bird and a couple little flowers to color in. So they won't take me long at all. So I did use wild wheat, which I know isn't really, but I just liked it with this. So we're gonna color in and just use whatever color you have, good grief. You don't have to have blends. You can use colored pencils. You could use, you can use a blender pen with some water from your ink pad. I've showed you how to do that before. You can stamp this in a color and then just blend the...
You can use colored pencils.
Yep, pretty much whatever. Okay, now this is azure afternoon, so we want to make sure we get the light. And we're going to color this flower in. The light. I don't use this color very often, so I thought it was kind of fun to pull it out and birdhouses are blue and birds are blue. So how I do my blends, not that that's anything earth-shattering, is I try to color in my light color first. And I'm going to go around that eye. And then I just put a little wild wheat on its tummy, like that. And then I'm gonna, okay, and then we're gonna do the light wild wheat, the light here. Oh, I forgot so this really doesn't take long at all. It's just very, actually, this is my kind of coloring. It's pretty simple. Okay, now I'm gonna go back in the flower and just do that little bit of highlight there, and then in the wings here, I'm just gonna do a little bit of the Stampin' Up! Always gives you great lines to follow for highlighting. And there we have that. And we need this one back to do my center of the flower. There. And then we're going to do, the dark here in this part of the flower. I knew there was something else I was supposed to do. Julie, you're supposed to remind me.
Sorry.
She's so busy coloring.
I'm concentrating.
Coloring her little,
Yeah.
her special one. Okay, and then I just took Old Olive. I thought that was a nice contrast. And then I just did it with a light. I was designing next month's cards the other day, and I thought, where's my light olive green? And I already had it out in the kitchen. So there we go. All right. Julie, you want to see if there's any questions or anything? Please tell us if you're missing anything, because this could be the month. Wow. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down here on the very bottom of the sentiment. And it just goes over a little tiny bit, but not at the top, because I don't want the, did I put a dimensional on that? Nope. Oh, it's just like that. All right. So we can put our bird in now. So I kind of wanted him to, so you could see the hole. So I'm going to take my little cork round here, and I'm going to lay my bird down, and then I'm going to put that little cork right there. Then I'm going to take him and put him up on a dimensional. So he's flying. Okay, I got a funny story. Well, not funny. My grandson last week had his tonsils and adenoids out. And I was asking his mom, my daughter-in-law, I says, so does he have to go back for a follow-up? She goes, nope. 45-minute surgery. He went in at 8:30, was home by 11. And his tonsils and adenoids were one of the biggest sets that the doctor had seen. And there's absolutely no follow-up unless he has a problem. And I went, wow, things sure have changed. You know, I would think, I mean, we were talking to somebody who says, oh gosh, they stayed in the hospital for like 2 days and stuff before. Yeah. And nope, not anymore. But
which is great.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Who wants to stand?
But he is doing good. So I had this little boo-boo here. Well, not a boo-boo, but just, so I'm just going to take my flower and I'm just going to turn it.
Are you gonna cover up the boo-boo?
I'm going to cover it up.
Boo-boo.
Yep, just like this. Oh, gosh, it's getting glossy here. Oh no, I'm talented. I can do both. Okay, now I've got my little dot there, so we're gonna put that there. Isn't it just? I think this is so cute. I love this. And then I had this extra flower cut out, so I decided I'm just gonna put it. I suppose I could have put that on the end, but we're gonna put it on the inside, so there's a little surprise on the inside. I think this is so, I was going to try to make this into a tag, but I thought, you know what? It's just a short note to someone as opposed to a long letter. But you do have the inside and the back to write something on.
I just thought it would make a great enclosure card too.
Yes, it would make a great enclosure card. Okay, now this is where it took me forever to cut all this stuff out. So this is the next card. Number 3, I'm kind of moving along because Julie, I have 4 cards and she has 3, and then we kind of started a little bit late, so that's why I'm kind of rushing a little bit. But I've already sent the PDFs out. Surprise! They're out early. Whoop, whoop.
And you know, if you ever have a question about how to put something together or...
if we remember.
Yeah, we can look at the picture.
Okay, so you're all going to have your paper, your outside paper is going to look like this. You go, wait, that's not right. Well, I just saved paper, so we did our birdhouse on here. So on the one of the layers here. So you're just going to glue this layer down. And it's a good way to use your paper wisely as opposed to have this huge piece inside. So this was meant to be this way, so don't panic. Well, you could panic, but... All right, so we're just gonna lay that down. Try to get it somewhat even, straight, kinda. Got a little bit, there we go. Okay, so there you go. And then we're gonna build our birdhouse, but before we do that, then I'm gonna take my DSP, and we're gonna make our, and as you can see, look at, I'm not even putting that much glue on here because it really doesn't need it. So we're just gonna
Decide if
add.
it falls apart after you send it. Who's gonna know?
Nice, Julie.
I'm
Nice,
sorry.
nice, nice, nice. Okay, then we're going to take this little strip, and this is the In Color DSP for 2024, 2025. And we're just going to lay it down here at the bottom. Just like that, just to give it some more color, because obviously this kind of monochromatic, it's a big word, monochromatic card. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the bird house. So I think we're safe if we can
Not
glue
only
this
do
up.
we combine coloring, we also combine puzzle pieces.
Yes. Yeah, well, this was puzzle pieces, and let me tell you, it was a lot of die cutting, but it was worth it because I really think this set is just, it's well worth the money. And I think it's a really cute, so versatile. Okay, so now this would be cute on scrapbook pages for spring.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of fun. Okay, so in your PDF, you'll see the roof is a different color. I felt like it just needed to be a little darker. So you will see you have a basic beige. Excuse me. Instead of basic beige, it is crumb cake. And I really liked it better. Now, and these are all little die cut pieces, which if you're making 2 cards or something, it would be nothing. These you can all cut out together, i.e. 2 pieces at a time. Isn't that so cute? Anyway, I love that. Okay, and then this one is using it, Give It a Whirl. I kind of combined some things. Give It a Whirl stamp set from last month for the circle, because it had a little, so this die comes out of Give It a Whirl die set. So I kind of mixed and matched a little bit. So that goes like that. All right. I think I'm going to put it on the card next. So we're going to do this. And we're going to, I think I'm going to glue it flat. The other one I did raise up, but this one I think I'm going to glue flat. And I'm not going to go all the way to the edges of this birdhouse because I want to be able to tuck this greenery, or the greenery. It's not green, Julie. It's the thing. Now, your leaves, you will have either something like this, or you will have something like this. You'll have 2 pieces, or you might have 1 piece, and then there should be some little pieces, extra little pieces. So just get creative of how you would like it to look. I'm going to put the bigger piece over here. I got all done cutting, and then I realized that I had shorted, so I cut some of these out. And we're going to take this little piece. Again, depending on what you have bits and pieces, but I'm sure you have plenty of leaves. So I'm going to tuck this one behind. And then we're going to take our little flowers. And we've got our little In Color Pretty in Pink, which I'm wearing pink tonight, Julie.
Oh.
I dressed appropriately.
blue.
Yeah, she's got blue like the bird. Yeah, yours is almost
Actually,
like
never
as
mind.
yeah.
One of my cards is blue. Never mind. Oh, well.
Okay, and then I just stuck these in the middle of the flowers. So pretty. Whoops. Back side. Oh, nope, that's the right side. And just like that. Well, that's not even close, Barb. Let's get it in the center. Okay, so now I'm going to take my flower and I'm just going to glue, since I didn't do a dimensional behind it, we're just going to put that there. This birdhouse is a decorative birdhouse in the backyard. It doesn't have a birdie perching on it. And then we're going to stick a little white one back here. Actually, I don't paper piece very often, and this was actually very fun. Well, it's very simple. Nothing Julie and I do is very hard. I mean, we could maybe make it hard, but it might not be
so
hard.
Why did you glue the house one into the middle?
Huh? See what now?
Oh, never mind. I just
Sorry, why did you glue the house? Oh, yeah, so it's just in the middle, but that's the extra house that you built your card on. Please ask questions because, our brains go, oh, it's so easy to understand. And so I'm going to put this little leaf there because I have it. And we'll put this little leaf here because I have it. And I think I'm going to put it underneath this one here, even though it's already glued down. Okay, there we go. Now, your happy birthday. If you choose to, it can just sit right up here like this. Oh, look at that. I have some black marker on there. Oh, well. So I kind of wanted it just to look a little bit different. So I just took a little whack off of there. Oh, yeah. And we're just going to glue this down. I didn't do it. See, paper has two sides, guys. I boo-booed this one, so I just flipped it over. If you don't use black ink, you can sometimes get away with. And I'm going to tuck that right up at the top. Just like that. Perfect. I'll go back and erase that little mark. That was a smudge. But there you go. So it's just a monochromatic, more pink, but it's with the paper piecing. So I thought that was really fun. Okay, last card. In the month, I believe it was May. May, something like that.
I think it was April.
Okay, well, April. We
It
had a
doesn't matter. I
sales
don't
challenge.
remember
We had a sales challenge, and if you beat your sales from, well, pretty much the way I beat my sales was because Barb went shopping. But anyway, oh, okay, no parts in there. Anyway, so this paper is a DSP. We have a paper that's still in the catalog that's blue, and this is the pink. It's the country
Country Corners or something.
Country Corners or something like that. Anyway, so this was just special for demonstrators that met that challenge.
Special.
We're special. So I wanted to share it with you.
Challenge, but
We thought Julie had met the challenge, which we both believe she did. But
followed through on it.
she never called to find out for sure. Okay. So I tried to match your papers up as best I could. So you could use either side, but I'm going to use this side. My card's another pattern, obviously. But this is called a pocket card. This is a great way to use DSP when you have a bunch of little extra pieces that you want to. So you're going to put the large piece here, obviously. I'm going to put this one up here on top. This is very hard to see because my head can't get close enough, but
Unless you want to
that
see the
over.
last part.
Yeah, which is bad right now because my hair got to be washed and it's not. So, and then I took this, and I didn't put tear and tape on here because it really doesn't need it because we're okay. And this goes up to the top and matches there. Let's see, is anything straight? It's close. Okay, so there's our pocket. So we're just going to take a little bit of glue or your tape runner because this is a pretty big little pocket. Pretty big little pocket. That makes a whole lot of sense. And we're just going to do this. And we're going to glue that down. Okay, and then while that's sitting there for a minute, we're going to take our inside. You got to write a whole epistle on this one. So this one, I think.
Or just tape a gift card onto it, and then you don't have to write anything.
Well, or I was going to say, if you want the gift card to be a holder, you would just make this probably about half an inch or 3/4 of an inch longer, score it at this measurement, and then flip it up and tack that down, and then just set your card in there. But
Or
I
just
did
tape
not.
the gift card onto the card.
Well, you could, but
Onto the white part. Couldn't
I know, but then you can't write anything.
Or you could just use that little flap as your Never mind.
Yeah, you could, but then you can't write anything on it.
Oh,
'cause
well.
It would be, you
For
know.
me, that would be great.
So this is this new stamp set. It's called Keeping Tabs. This is a punch. It punches out beautiful, and it's got a whole bunch of different ways you can do your stamping on it. And the for yous in there, and they've got a whole bunch of like happy holidays for you, hello friend, my list, notes, menu, to do, thank you, happy birthday, congratulations,
say
and with
pull
sympathy.
here?
Huh?
Does it say pull here at all?
Why would you
No.
do pull here?
Well, I don't know if you wanted to use it, like you could put pull here and then they would know to lift that up. Never mind.
It's a pocket card, Julie.
It's
a
like a
pocket.
file thing.
Yes, this is what it. So this is what it does.
My brain hasn't been functioning.
Wow, I think Julie had. Did you get your nap today?
No.
Well, that could be our problem. Okay, so there are the two different patterns of paper that you should have in your kits. So some might have this and some people might have that. So those are my 4 cards. So there's this one, this one, this one, and our fun little birdhouse. All right.
Really, you only did 3.5 cards.
Hey, that one took a long time to cut out. It's a lot of work.
I know. I'm just.
So, all right. Hey, I'm glad that it all fit right. All right, I'm getting out of here. So
I
Julie's.
am doing my it's Spotlight on Nature. I really like this because I like the flowers. What I like, it's a very crisp imprint. You know.
You're gonna say Christmas.
Yeah. No. To me, it's very sharp. If you bundle it, there is the dies, but the dies are not. They don't cut out the. They don't cut out the flowers. They cut out all the circles, but you get 2 things of circles. There's that paper plate one and then the filigree one. And anyway, so hence the spotlight, I guess, is what they're thinking. I don't know. Anyway, so let's start. We're going to start with the hardest. None of them are hard, but this one maybe will take the longest. Now, I am not making you, I mean, you're not going to have to suffer watching me color these, but I thought I'd just show you one part of it. So I've already colored the butterfly, couldn't think of the word, and I just wanted to tell you, when you fussy cut something out and you have that white edge, if you don't like that, if you don't mind it, then just leave it. It's not a big deal, but if you don't like it, because I don't always cut evenly, then you can take a Stampin' Write marker or even a permanent pen or whatever, and just go around the edges, and it kind of fills in that white so that it doesn't look cut out. Does that make sense? I always have a little problem with sharp corners, but see, it still works. So there. That's just a simple little tip for that. But see, then it just kind of makes it look, you don't have that white border. But if you like the white border and don't mind it, it's okay. And you know what? If it didn't print like I wanted it to stamp, I can just color this part in and make his body a little bit darker. So there. And then we're gonna, okay. So we've got this part, we've got the flower. I've colored most of it, and just for fun, I'm just going to show you. I used Old Olive, and with this one, I just did a little bit of dark up here and a little bit of dark, just kind of following their highlighting marks. And then, oops, that side doesn't work. We might have to borrow Barb's. And then that kind of just blends it in when you color on top of it. So there's my leaves. And then for the flower, I did a lot of colors for the flower, and it probably doesn't need to have that many. But I, again, like to start with my darkest. So I started with Cajun Craze. Oops. I don't often use the paintbrush side because I'm not used to it. But you do get more. And I just kind of started at the base, then went up from there with the rest of the colors that I used. just to kind of give it, I don't know, it just, I don't know. You can't even probably tell, which is fine. I just like the look of something that starts out dark and ends up a little bit lighter. Anyway, how's your August going?
How's your August going, Julie?
It's going good. Let's see. I can't even begin to think about it right now. A little bit of this. Anyway, so it's, you can color it, you can make it all one color, you can color it however you want, and that's the beauty of it. There is no rules. And then what I did with this one is I just kind of went over it and there. Anyway, so you get kind of a fun ombre. Would that be the right? I don't care. And that's what I did with the leaves too on this one, is just wherever there's that kind of where they indicate that's where I put the dark. What are my words, Barb?
I don't know, but it's pretty funny.
Anyway, and then when you color over with the light, it just kind of helps to blend it in. Sometimes it feels like it might take until it dries to look like it's a cohesive thing.
It does change color.
Because they will dry a little bit different than when they're wet. They dry pretty fast, but anyway, so there. Okay, now let's put the card together. We've colored enough. Right? Great. So we've got that part in here will be these parts. In your envelope should just be a frame and some string. Okay, this is a fun fold card. This is pretty straightforward. You're gonna find a, now I'm trying to think of how this, yep, okay. Whew. So you're gonna have another fold and it's gonna be down towards the bottom. You're gonna do this and then fold this one like that. Does that make sense? So you've got your big piece in the back, fold it down. This is now going to be glued or taped, or however you want to do it, onto the front of this card. So there's a lot of writing space in this card. I did it for you guys just because I love you. All right.
Yeah, mine you're going to put in a bag for a gift
So then-
enclosure. Now, Julie,
yeah.
you're going to write an epistle for it.
Technically, this is how this is going to look when you, I don't know if you can see that or not. So when it's standing up, okay. So now we're going to take our big colored piece, and we're just going to adhere that onto this right here, centered in there. We like to think it's centered, like so. Kind of curled. And then this piece is going to go on that front panel. So once everything's colored, this goes together pretty quickly. Like so. Then we're going to take our thanks. Oh, we have a little string. And you're going to, kind of wrapped it around my fingers. I don't know if it was Siri.
Weird.
Oh, here we go. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on here to hold my string in place. And it's just going to kind of peek out from the back of the circle. So it just adds a little bit of interest. It's not really for anything special. And then just do some dimensionals if you want. Again, you never have to use dimensionals if you don't want to.
But why wouldn't you want to?
Why wouldn't you want to? I have to deal with this left-handed garbage can now, but it's okay.
I know. Sorry.
It's all good. Okay, so the thanks is just going to go right on the front of the card. The butterfly, the fun thing that you can do with the butterfly is you can just run a little bit of glue on his body.
I thought you were saying on the bottom.
No, on his body.
Body.
Might be more than a little, but take a dimensional and put it under his wings, and then that gives him a little
So
dimension.
Janice says that must be a record of how many colors used for one.
I know, Janice, thanks.
See, Janice, mine was way easier.
It was just, I don't know. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and put, oh, I don't remember where he goes. I didn't show you the card, did I? Can you hand me the card? Actually, I'm not ready for that. This is this card right here. Can you see it, or is there too much of a glare? Anyway, ding dong. Now, you have this frame thing. You can use it or not. It's up to you. I wasn't sure how to, you might, well, anyway. I wasn't sure if I liked my flower being covered, but it doesn't matter. I mean,
You mean
it's
after you put all the...
after all the colors on there, yeah. So then just kind of frame your flowers however you want. I debated about, anyway, it doesn't matter. Cutting it out at that spot too, but I'm not going to worry about it. And now I'm putting on my,
Butterfly?
my butterfly. So the body is down, but the wings have a little bit of lift. Thank you. Now, I'm going to take a very fine point pen and I'm going to give him some antenna. Well, anyway, there you go. So then he's not a...
He can hear you.
Yeah. Well, they don't listen to you. They feel with them, don't they?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, so there's card number 1.
We'll have to ask.
Yeah.
Somebody that.
Okay, card number 2 is basically just a bunch of layering, which is really fun. More coloring too, I apologize. Get rid of the glare, they're in a bag. I don't know if that helps or not. So let's do that one. So this is with all those circles on the Spotlight of Nature. And that's the really nice thing about the circles is that they can be used on many, many cards, not just with this particular. So you've got your other circles in here, and there should be some bling in your bag. So again, I was just going to show you how I colored it. It's just, this is only 2 colors, Janice.
Sure.
Just some blue and some green. But again, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why. I start with the dark and just kind of bring it up. And wherever there's an overlap, I usually try and add a little dark. And in a perfect world, it would show dimension. Or in my world,
See,
sometimes it just looks
that's how
messy.
Julie and I are different. She did hers one way and I did mine.
Yeah,
another
Barb
way,
usually
so-
puts the light down.
Yeah, and then blend the other and then go back and do the light again.
Which is a good way too. I don't know. Maybe I just like to
Oh, Julie.
get it over with.
Gail loves to watch you color.
Thank you, Gail. You're so funny. All right, there we go. Oops.
Oh, that is Alexa.
All right, so that's all there is on that one. Now we're just going to layer our circles. This is the deckled circle, so it's not from the set,
It's
but
not
just
from the Notes of Nature.
yeah, Spotlight on Nature,
Spotlight of Nature.
just to give it a little different texture, I guess you could say. I don't know. And here we have our paper plate. So everything just goes right on the paper plate. Like that. And then if you want to, you can go ahead and do your bling now. I'm just gonna put one there. One there. And then it'll stick to your finger. and one here. Nah. Oh. Oh. Yes. See how well that works? There we go.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Very loud.
Okay, so then that's done. Now, the only weird thing that you're going to have to do, you have this piece of embossed paper, and you notice how there's the circle up here is a little towards the top. You want to put your stamped piece so that it's centered in those top circles. Does that make sense? Kind of like that. So that, anyway, oops, but you want it straight, I guess. It's up to you. If you want your flowers coming off the side, it's okay. So that's the trick on that. Now, before you get to gluing on here, this is the hardest part of this, and I'm not quite sure how to demonstrate it, but you're going to take your pick or anything that has a pointy hole. And I had a piece of paper I was going to use. Yeah. And you don't have to do this either. But I'm poking a hole. Oh, I might cut this off just to make it a little more equal. There. And I'm going to put my ribbon through the holes. Oops, made it too big.
Put the ribbon through the holes.
Because the ribbon's going to go behind the tag. Does that make sense?
Clear as mud.
I am nothing if not clear as mud. Oops. Of course, I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to figure this out. You can use a hole puncher if you have it. I just didn't want that big of a hole. But if you have a very small hole punch. Yep. Like I said, I'm not going to waste a lot of time trying to show you how to do this.
Don't you have a little teeny pot?
There we go.
Julie?
No. I thought I did, but I guess I don't.
You're going to have to get one.
I'm going to have to get a teeny tiny hole punch. And sometimes I just take this and then punch it through here. And hope it works.
Famous last word.
Of course, I cut my nails, so I have no nails.
I do have nails if you need.
Fingernails? Oh, do you?
I do.
Oh, well, maybe I'll...
I know something's up.
Oh, no.
What's up with that?
There. I think this will work. Oh, no, it fell. Okay. So wasn't this a smart idea to do this?
I'll go get my hole punch. I do have hole punch, Julie. I could have tried it out for you.
Actually, you know what you could do? Instead of punching it and putting it around, just put it underneath.
Famous last words.
Yep.
Famous last words.
Okay, I got it. Yay. Oh, I got part of it.
We're here all night for you, everybody.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, it's too late now. I got it.
Well, I meant,
Oh, for everybody. Yeah. Go get one for everybody else.
Can I park behind
yes. Yes.
There we go. All right. See how easy that was? So we're going to want to wrap it around before you glue it to the card base. The beauty of it, you do not have to make a bow, just a knot. So once you get, you might, I don't know if you want to or not. I'm just going to put a little glue down so that this will stay kind of centered, but my ribbon will still run. Does that make sense? Of course, it probably has nothing to adhere to. anyway, so that comes around like this. I've got this, and I'm just going to tie a knot. Yeah, really smart idea. There we go. There we go. At least my third card is very, very simple. It's just, there we go. Then we're just going to tie a knot. You can tie a bow if you want to, but I like knots because they're way easier. Because I never get my ends straight. There we go. And then I'm just going to trim the ends. Voila. And now I can glue it onto my card base. Easy peasy. Sometimes I put a little glue on my ribbon just so it doesn't slide off. Just like that. It just doesn't want to go on there. Great. Okay. So then this just gets centered on here, and there you have a card. Oops, it's not quite centered. Oh well. There we go. Okay, there. What do you think? There, card number 2. All right, card number 3 is very, very simple because the only coloring you have to do is on this butterfly. And I don't know why I love black and white with a pop of color. So it basically goes like this. And once again, I edged it around the, you know, to get rid of that white. Okay, so see, I have a smudge there, but I'll figure something out there. I might put my bling there. Oh, good idea. This is just gets tied in a knot. I'm very naughty today. Never mind. There. Okay. So we're just going to take our card base and fold it over and okay. And just adhere the this to the card base. And here's your, since it's hard to see if you have black, so just put your piece of white on the inside. And then you can actually have, if you don't want to write as much, just cut it in half. Or write big. Okay. Now your little bling is on a piece of paper so you could find it. I didn't want it getting lost. So I have that smudge right there. So my bling is going to go on that smudge. See? Oh, see how that worked? There you go. And I've got my butterfly is lost. It flew the coop. There it is. And once again, I'm going to do that kind of.
Has this always been where you lived? Because at one point you lived closer to the first. Like, no? You never had a house that was like first? Okay.
Did I show you what this card looks like? Oh, whatever. Anyway. So he's going to kind of be blinging off on the side of the, yeah, off on the side.
I pulled in here, I've been
And again,
down at the end of the street waiting for Misty and Feliza because I'm like, this doesn't sound right. This doesn't seem like where I'm supposed to be. And I finally said, does she have a steep driveway with a pop-up tent? And she's like, yeah, that's the one. Okay, I'll go try it. Yeah. Super cute. I just had you in a whole different neighborhood. Okay. Like I checked my maps 3 times. There's got to be another Western.
She's still doing
it's all good.
Yeah.
So then this is just going to go right here. And I will trim it because it doesn't need to be that long. And there you go. Oops. Although I do like a little angle. Call me crazy. There we go. And there we go. Very simple card, but I tend to like that. All right. Hi. Just a second. Thanks, everybody. We do have some drawings. We have, for Janice, we have some of the cork bling. For Penny, we have some of the basic gray and smoky slate pearls. And that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.